In this video, I'm going to show you a simple 10-minute practice that when done consistently every morning can help you finally escape the rat race and experience a state of freedom where you realize that you have the power to choose how you feel, how you spend your time, and how you think. So if that sounds good, stick around. I'm going to be showing you what that is and also explaining what the rat race really is, because it's not what you think. So many of us think the rat race is really us punching a time clock, working long hours, slaving away for a paycheck that we get 2 weeks, every month, whatever. But that's just really an effect of the true cause, the true root cause of the rat race. And what it comes down to is all the rat race is us running from our negative feelings, right? We have these feelings of fear, of guilt, of unworthiness, and we spend all our waking hours trying not to feel them, trying to push them down, taking action, distracting ourselves, making sure we're secure, making sure everything is aligned perfectly. So for not one moment, a feeling that's negative might come up, right? If you think about it, our whole lives are really designed to prevent bad things from happening. So-called bad things, because really bad things are just things that happen to us that bring up the negativity that was already inside of us, right? And by always being on guard, by always pushing ourselves, pressuring ourselves, making sure we have enough money to put food on the table, making sure we don't offend this person, or make sure we look right, all this stuff, it leaves us feeling drained, leaves us feeling like we're spinning on this constant wheel that's really our own creation. And that's what I want to show you today, because to turn it around, it's really simple. It's not, you don't have to win the lottery. Many of us think, oh, if I could just have $10 million in the bank, I would just feel so free and I could finally get off the rat race, right? But that is so far from the truth, because money, it may quiet your mind, all these anxieties and noisy thoughts. The money may quiet it for, a week or a month, but then your mind is right back up again with the same thoughts, the same feelings, the same pressures, and it's because you haven't let them go. And this is something that I'm really making this channel about, is how to stop feeling like you're pressuring yourself all the time, and stop feeling like if you were to, for one moment, stop and do nothing, absolutely nothing, your life would fall apart. And I want to show you that step of stopping is really the key to freedom and to escape the rat race. So what is the 10-minute practice? I'm sure you have an idea of what it is based on what I've said, but it's really simple. Because what do we normally do when we get out of bed first thing in the morning, right? We have our routine. We might make lunch for the kids, make a pot of coffee for ourselves or our partner. We might get in the shower, whatever. And as soon as we take that first step into our routine, we're on autopilot and we're just going about our day, cruising through like kind of some sort of wind-up toy, right? And we're just being run by our mind, run by negativity, and really just being slaves to our mind. So the practice is that instead of immediately getting into your routine, instead of immediately going about your day, what I want you to do is just sit down for 10 minutes or however long you want. It can be longer. And just get in touch with how you really feel in this moment. And for me, a lot of the times it was anxiety. It was anxiety of the pressures ahead, of the day to come, and all these things I had to do. All these things I had to do to make sure I was going to be able to provide for myself, make sure I was doing good enough, being a responsible member of society. And it really left me feeling miserable. It leaves you feeling on edge. Like if you're not doing things, then, your life is going to fall apart. So what I did was, instead of immediately letting that anxiety run me, listening to my mind all day, I made a decision that I'm going to deal with these feelings. I'm going to deal with these feelings of fear, of guilt, of unworthiness. And this is what we teach on this channel, is that you can let go of negativity. And it's actually very simple and easy. And the way to do it is by getting in touch with your feeling center in your stomach or chest, because that's where the emotions are held. And we can think about emotions all day up here, because these emotions are generating hundreds of millions of thoughts constantly that are playing throughout our head the entire day. So no letting go happens up here. All the releasing and letting go happens down here. And that is the first step, is becoming aware of how you feel in your stomach or chest. Whether it's anxiety, it may be depression, maybe grief, whatever it is. All you have to do is first just feel into it, right? Just sink into how you feel and let go of resisting it, and just allow it to be there. Allow yourself to feel how you feel in this moment, and let it be okay that you feel this way. Let it be okay that you feel anxiety, because you'll notice that at first the anxiety may be really convincing. It may be saying, if you let me go, you're not going to be safe, right? If you let me go, all these bad things that you're thinking right now, they're going to happen. And we think that the fear and all these negative feelings are protecting us from danger, when in reality, they pull these things towards us, and they leave us feeling stressed and unhappy. So by letting it go, by letting this fear go, you realize that, one, it's just a feeling, and two, these stories that are associated with this feeling aren't even real. So if you can do that for 10 minutes, just welcome up these feelings, allow them to come up, and just sit with them, and really make an intention that this is my only goal for 10 minutes. And that's all I'm asking of you, right? It's not like you have to stop what you're doing all day, right? Because you can, as soon as you're done with the 10 minutes, go about your day. Do the same things you do. And there's nothing wrong with the actions of the day. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just being motivated and pressured by negativity. That's what makes you feel like you're on this endless rat race. Okay, so I just want to make that distinction. And the more you practice this, and the more you let go of these negative feelings that are coming up every morning, you'll realize that life is getting easier. Life is getting more effortless. Your mind is quieter, you feel more peaceful, and you don't feel like this sense of pressure and feeling like you gotta do all these things or else, right? And that's where the magic happens, because, if you let all these feelings go, you may choose, I don't really have to do any of these things, and you may decide to drop it all when you get to the point of really feeling free. But for now, the benefit is, yeah, my days just feel easier. All these things that I've been doing, I'm doing them now without the pressure and stress of being fueled by fear. Right? So try that out. Let me know what you think. Just remember that it's not in the actions themselves that are the so-called rat race. It's not punching a time clock. It's not working long hours. It's really the negative feelings underneath. So deal with those, welcome them up, use the letting go technique, and see for yourself what happens. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So let me know what you think. Leave the comments down below. If you want to reach out to me, you can. My email is in my channel description. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to work with you one-on-one if this is something that you see would be beneficial to yourself. So yeah, in the meantime, just implement that practice and see for yourself what happens. All right, I'll see you in the next video.